Well, you haven't got a cab.
I tell you, there's none to be had for love or money.
Oh, Fred, you are useless. There must have been one.
I tell you, they're all engaged.
It's too tiresome. Do you expect us to get one ourselves?
We really are helpless, Freddie. Now go away and don't come back until you've got us one.
I shall simply go and get soaked for nothing.
And what about us? Are we to stand here all night in this draft with next to nothing on? You selfish pig!
Very well, I'll go. Oh, sorry.
Look where you're going, dear. 4 branches of violets trodden to the mud.
This is for you, girl.
Oh, thank you, miss. Oh, cheer up, Cabin. Buy a flower for poor girl.
I'm sorry, I haven't any change.
Here. Take this for tuppence. I can change half a crown.
Now, don't be troublesome. There's a girl. Here's 3 halfpence if that's any use to you.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Careful, give him a flower for it. There's a bloke behind taking down every blessed word you're saying.
I ain't done nothing wrong. I'm a right to sell flowers if I keep off the curb. I'm a respectable girl, so help me. I only spoke to him to ask if you wanted to buy a flower of me.
There. You certainly, you silly girl. What do you take me for?
That's all right. Look at his boots, he's a gentleman. She thought you was a copper's narc, sir.
I never said a word.
Oh, shut up. Do I look like a policeman?
Then what did you take down my words for? What's that? That ain't proper writing. I can't read that.
I can. Cheer up, come and have a flower off. How'd you come up so far east to report Innocent Grove?
Well, what harm is there in me leading Innocent Grove? Wasn't fit for a pig to live in, and I had to pay 4 and 6 a week.
Live where you like, stop that noise.
You take-
girl I am.
Oh, you take us for dirt under your feet, don't you? Catch you taking liberties with a gentleman. Here, tell him where he comes from if you want to go fortune telling.
Cheltenham, Harrow, Cambridge and India. Quite right.
He's no gentleman to interfere with a poor girl.
What on earth is Freddie doing? I shall get pneumonia if I stand in this draft any longer.
Pneumonia. Earl's Court.
Will you please keep your impertinent remarks to yourself?
I apologise, did I say that out loud? I didn't mean to. Your mother's Epsom, unmistakably.
Oh, how very curious. I was brought up in Large Lady Park, near Epsom.
What a devil of a name. Excuse me.
Don't dare speak to me.
Oh, please, Clara.
He's no right to take away my character. My character is the same to me as any lady's.
I think it's quite fine now, Clara. We can walk to a motor bus. Come.
Oh, how tiresome.
Poor girl, hard enough for her to live without being worrited and chivvied. Unmanly coward.
Woman,
ought to be
cease this
ashamed.
detestable boohooing this instant, or else seek the shelter of some other place of worship.
I've a right to be here if I like, same as you.
A woman who utters such depressing and disgusting noises has no right to be anywhere, no right to live.
Oh.
Lord, what a sound!
Gone.
You see this creature? In 3 months, I could pass her off as a duchess.
I'm Colonel Pickering, student of Indian dialects. Who are you?
Henry Higgins, author of Higgins' Universal Alphabet.
I came from India to meet you.
I was going to India to meet you.
Where do you live?
27A Wimpole Street. Come and visit me in the morning.
Well, I'm at the Carlton. Come with me now. We can have a tour over some supper.
How fresh you are.
Please buy a flower off me. I'm short for my lodging.
I really haven't any change. I'm sorry.
standing here earlier?
They walked to the bus when the rain stopped.
I left you with a cab on my hands. Damnation.
Never you mind, young man. I'm going home in a taxi.
I'm dashed.
A young woman's here to see you, sir.
A young woman? What does she want?
Oh, she's a very common girl, sir. Very common indeed.
Has she an interesting accent?
Oh, something dreadful, sir. I don't know how you can take an interest in it.
Let's have her up. Show her up, Mrs. Pierce.
Very well, sir. It's for you to say.
This is quite a stroke of luck. I shall show her make my records. We'll set her talking.
This is the young girl.
Oh, this is the young girl I took down last night. She's of no use to me. Be off with you, I don't want you.
Now don't you be so saucy. You ain't heard what I come for yet. Did you tell him I come in a taxi?
Nonsense! What do you think a man like Mr. Higgins cares what you came in?
Oh, we are proud, and he ain't above giving lessons, he ain't. Now I ain't here for any compliment, and if my money's not good enough, I can go elsewhere.
Good enough for what?
Good enough for you. Now you know what I come for. I come for lessons and to pay for them too, make no mistake.
Oh, well, what do you expect me to say to you?
Well, if you was a gentleman, you might ask me to sit down. Don't I tell you I'm bringing you business?
What do you say, Pickering? Shall we ask this baggage to sit down, or shall we throw her out the window?
Now I want to be called a baggage when I've offered to pay like any other lady.
What is it you want, my girl?
I want to be a lady in a flower shop. Talk more genteel. Oh, I got the money. He said he could teach me. I ain't asking no favour, and he treats me as if I was dirt.
How can you be such a foolish and ignorant girl to think you can afford to pay Mr. Higgins?
Why shouldn't I? I know what lessons cost just as well as you do, and I'm prepared to pay.
How much?
Now we're talking. I knew you'd come off it as soon as you got the chance to get back a bit of what you chucked at me last night.
Sit down.
Well, if you're going to make a compliment on it.
Sit down!
Sit down, girl! Do as you're told!
Won't you sit down?
Don't mind if I do.
What's your name?
Liza Doolittle.
How much do you propose to pay for me for my lessons?
I know what's right. I won't give you more than a shilling. Take it or leave it.
Well, she offers me 2/5 of her daily earnings. It's handsome. By George, it's enormous. It's the biggest offer I've ever had.
What are you talking
Hold
about?
your tongue.
Sit down, girl. Nobody's going to touch your money.
Somebody's going to touch you. With a broomstick, if you don't stop snivelling.
One would think you was my father.
If I decide to take you on, I shall be worse than two fathers to you. Here,
What's this for?
to wipe your eyes. Higgins, I'm interested. What about the ambassador's garden party? I'll say you're the greatest teacher alive if you can make that good. I'll bet you all the expenses of the experiment that you can't do it, and I'll pay for the lessons.
Oh, you are good, Captain. Thank you, Captain.
It's almost irresistible. She's so deliciously low, so horribly dirty.
I ain't dirty. I wash my face and my hands before I come here, I did.
Certainly I'm going to turn her head with flattery, Higgins.
I do hope, sir, you won't encourage him to do anything foolish.
I will be able to make a duchess out of this gutter-tailed dragglesnut. Yes. In 6 months, no, in 3, if she has a good ear and a quick tongue, I'll be able to take her anywhere and pass her off as anything. We'll start now, this minute. Mrs. Pierce, take her away and clean her.
Yes, but...
Burn her clothes and ring up her for new ones.
You ain't a gentleman, you ain't. I'm a good girl, I am, and I know who the likes of you are, I do.
You must learn how to behave like a duchess. Mrs. Pierce, Pierce, if she gives you any trouble, wallop her.
No! I'll call the police, I will.
But I've no place to put her.
Put it in the dustbin.
Do be reasonable, sir. You don't know anything about her. What about her parents? She could be married.
Gone.
There, as the girl rightly says, gone. Married indeed. Don't you know that a woman of that class looks a worn-out drudge of 50 a year after she's married?
Who'd marry me?
By George, Eliza, the streets will be strewn with the bodies of men shooting themselves for your sake before I'm done with you.
Nonsense, sir. You mustn't talk like that to her.
Right, I'm off. He's off his chump, he is. I ain't being taught by no barmies.
Oh, mad, am I? Very well. Mrs. Pierce, you needn't bring up for new clothes. Throw her out.
No. You got no right to touch me.
You see now it comes of being saucy. This way, please.
I don't want no clothes. I wouldn't have taken them. I can buy my own clothes.
You ungratefully wicked girl. This... This is my return for offering to take you out of the gutter, dress you beautifully, and make a lady of you.
Go home to your parents, girl. And tell them to take better care of you.
I ain't got no parents.
Where's your mother?
I ain't got no mother. I done without them. I'm a good girl, I am.
See, she doesn't belong to anybody. It's no use to anybody but me.
Well, what's to become of her? Is she to be paid anything? Oh, do be sensible, sir.
What will she do with money? She'll have her food and her clothes. She'll only drink if you give her money.
Does it occur to Higgins that the girl might have some feelings?
Oh, no, none that we need worry about. Do you, Eliza?
I've got my feelings, same as anyone else.
Oh, you see the difficulty. What difficulty? To get her to talk grammar.
I don't want to talk grammar. I want to talk like a lady.
What's to become of her when you've finished your teaching? Oh, you must look ahead a little, sir.
What is to become of her if I leave her in the gutter? Tell me that, Mrs. Pierce.
Well, that's her own business and not yours, Mr. Higgins.
Well, when we're done with her, we can put her back into the gutter. Then that's okay.
Right, I'm off. You're no gentleman, you ain't. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Have some chocolate, Eliza.
How do I know what's in them? I've heard of girls being drugged by the likes of you.
Pledge your good faith, Eliza. I'll eat one half. You eat the other.
No.
You'll have boxes of barrels of them every day. You shall live on the stuff, eh?
I wouldn't have eaten it. Only I'm too ladylike to take it out my mouth.
Higgins, I must interfere. Mrs. Pierce is quite right. The girl must understand thoroughly what she's doing.
How can she? She's incapable of understanding anything.
Right. That's it.
Right, come
You
on.
ain't no
Come
gentleman,
on.
you ain't.
Come listen.
And I will
Let's
stay
Mrs.
with my
Pierce,
own
bundle
life.
off to the bathroom.
Excuse the straight question, Higgins, but are you a man of good character where women are concerned?
Have you ever met a man of good character where we're not concerned?
Very frequently, and I hope it is understood that no advantage is to be taken of her position.
I assure you, she shall be a pupil, and teaching would be impossible if pupils were not sacred. They may as well be blocks of wood. I might as well be a block of wood.
I'm afraid the trouble's beginning already, sir. There's a man outside, Alfred Doolittle, says you have his daughter here.
Professor Higgins?
Yes, good morning. Sit down.
Thank you, Governor. I want my daughter. That's what I want. See?
Of course, take her away at once.
What?
Do you expect me to keep your daughter for you?
The girl belongs to me. You got her. Where do I come in?
How dare you come to here and blackmail me? You set up this as an attempt to extort money through threats. I shall telephone the police.
Have I said a word about money?
Oh, what else did you come for?
Well, what would a man come for? Be human, Governor.
Alfred, did you set her up to this?
So help me, Governor. I never did. Have I said a word about taking her away? Have I now?
You shall take her away double quick.
Now, Governor, this is your career opening for her, as you might say.
Mrs. Pierce! Mrs. Pierce! This is Eliza's father. He's come to take her away.
Now,
Give her
Governor,
to me.
this is a misunderstanding. Listen
He
here.
can't take her away, sir. You told me to burn her clothes.
Take your daughter away. She has no clothes. Buy her some.
I've sent for some clothes for your daughter. You can wait in the kitchen. This way, please.
Now, Governor, you and me as men of the world, ain't we?
Oh, men of the world, are we? You better leave, Mrs. Pierce.
I think so indeed, sir.
The floor is yours, Mr. Doolittle.
Thank you kindly, Governor. Now, I'll tell you the truth, Governor, I've taken a sort of fancy to you. And I'm not so set on having her back, but what I may be open to an arrangement. Regarded in the light of a young girl, she's a fine, handsome woman. As a daughter, she's not worth her keep. So I tell you straight. All I ask for is my rights as a father, and you're the last man alive to expect me to let her go for nothing. I can tell you're one of the straight sorts, Governor. So tell me, what's a £5 note to you? What's Eliza to me?
I think you ought to know, Mr. Doolittle, that Mr. Higgins' intentions are entirely honourable.
Of course they are, Governor. I thought there wasn't. I'd ask 50.
Are you meaning to say, you callous rascal, that you would sell your own daughter for £50? 5, I think you said.
Thank you kindly, Governor.
Sure you won't take 10?
Not now, another time, Governor.
Here you are.
Thank you, Governor. Good morning. Beg pardon, miss.
You don't know your own daughter?
Blimey, it's Eliza.
What's this?
Well, I never thought she'd clean up as good looking as that. She's a credit to me, ain't she? We shall soon pick up your free and easy ways.
I'm a good girl, I am, and I won't pick up no free and easy ways. Don't you listen to the old liar. You won't see him again in a hurry.
I don't want to, Eliza. Do you?
No, I don't want never to see him again, I don't.
Now, Eliza, the new clothes come for you to try on. Don't rush about like that, girl!
We've taken on a stiff job, Pickering. Higgins, we have.
What are you doing here today? It's night home. I promised not to come.
Don't bother.
Go home at once.
I know, Mother. I have a job for you. I've picked up a girl.
Does that mean that some girl has picked you up?
Oh, no, I took a love affair.
Oh, what a pity.
Why?
Well, you never fall in love with anyone under 45. When will you discover there are some rather good-looking young women about?
I have no time for young women. My idea of a love woman is something as close to you as possible. Besides, they're all idiots.
Do you know what you would do if you really loved me, Henry?
Oh, what marry, I suppose.
Stop fidgeting and sit up straight. Good boy. Now tell me about the girl.
She's coming to visit you.
I don't remember asking her.
You didn't. She's a common flower girl I picked off the curbstone.
And invited her to my home.
It's quite all right. She has very strict rules as to her behaviour and is to keep to 2 subjects, the weather and everybody's health. That should be safe.
Safe? Oh, to talk about our health. How could you be so silly?
Oh, Lord.
How do you do?
How do you do?
My son, Henry.
Your celebrated son. I have so longed to meet you, Professor Higgins.
Delighted.
How do you do?
I take my oath I've met you somewhere before. I haven't a ghost of a notion where, but I've heard your voice. It doesn't matter, sit down.
I am sorry to say that my celebrated son has no manners, but you mustn't mind him.
I don't.
I'm sorry, have I been rude? I didn't mean to be. How do you do, Mrs. Higgins?
Kind of bit. How good of you to come. Do you know Mrs. Ives here and Miss Ives here?
How do you do? How do you do? Has Henry told you what we've come for? We were interrupted. Damn it.
Oh, Henry. Are we in the way? No, not at all. You couldn't have come more fortunately. We wanted you to meet a friend of ours.
Oh, yes. By George, we need 2 or 3 people. You'll do as well as any.
Mr. Eynsford Hill.
Oh, God, I've had another of
How do you do?
Colonel Mickey.
How do you do?
And my son, Henry.
How do you do?
I've met you somewhere before. When was it?
I don't think so.
Sit down. Well, here we all are. Now what the devil are we going to talk about until Eliza comes?
Manners, Henry.
Here she is, Mother.
Mrs. Higgins. Mr. Higgins told me I might come.
Quite right, I'm very glad indeed to see you.
Colonel Pickering, is it not?
How do you do, Mr. Little?
I feel sure we've met before. I remember your eyes.
How do you do?
My daughter Clara.
How do you do?
I certainly had the pleasure.
My son Freddie.
How do you do?
Oh yes, it all comes back to me. Covent Garden, what a damn thing.
Sorry.
Will it rain, do you think?
The shallow depression in the west of these islands is likely to move slowly in an easterly direction. There is no indication of any great change in the barometrical situation.
How awfully funny.
What's wrong with that? I bet I got it right.
Well, I'm sure I hope it won't turn cold. There's an awful lot of influenza about when it's cold. Runs right through our family, regularly through spring.
My aunt died of influenza, or so they said. But it's my belief that they done the old woman in.
Done her in?
Yes, Lord love you. Why should she die of influenza? She come through diphtheria right enough the year before. Barely blue with it she was. I saw her with my own eyes. They all thought she was dead till my father, he kept ladling gin down her throat, till she came to so sudden that she bit the bowl off the spoon. What call would a woman of that strength have to die of influenza? What come of her new straw hat that was to come to me? I say, whoever pinched the hat is them that done her in.
What does doing her in mean?
It's the new small talk. To do someone in means to kill them.
You surely don't mean your aunt was killed?
Do I not? Them that killed her for a hat would have killed her. Them that killed her would have killed her for a hat pin, let alone a hat.
But it can't have been right for her father to ladle spirits down her throat like that. It could have been that killed her.
Not her. Gin was mother's milk to her. As well, father had poured so much down his own throat that he knew the good of it.
Do you mean that he drank?
Drank? My word, something chronic.
How dreadful for you.
Not a bit. Never did him no harm that I could see. But then again, he did not keep it up regularly. More on the burst from time to time, as you might say. And always more agreeable when he had to drop in. When he was out of work, my mother would give him 4pence, tell him to go out and drink himself cheerful and loving like, and not come back until he'd done so. Here, what are you sniggering at?
The new small talk. You do it so awfully well.
Well, I bet I got it right. Have I said anything I oughtn't?
No, not at all, Miss Doolittle.
Well, that's a mercy anyhow. What I always say is... Well, I must go! Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye, Colonel Pickering. Goodbye, all.
Miss Doolittle, are you walking through the park?
Walk? Walk. Not bloody likely. I'm going home in a taxi.
Well, after that, I think it's time for us to go.
Goodbye. Such nonsense, all this early Victorian prudery.
Such damned nonsense.
Such bloody nonsense.
All hands from him!
Well, I ask you. Goodbye.
Oh, would you like to meet Miss Doolittle again?
Yes, I should most awfully.
Oh, well, you know my days.
Thanks most awfully. Goodbye. Bye all.
Goodbye, Miss Higgins.
Goodbye.
It's no use. I shall never bring myself to use that word.
Oh, don't. It's not compulsory. You'll get on quite well without it.
Only Clara is so down on me if I'm not positively reeking with the latest slang. Goodbye. You mustn't mind Clara. Just, we're so poor, you see. And she gets hardly any parties. She doesn't know quite the half of it. Goodbye, dear.
Okay.
presentable.
You silly boy. Of course she's not presentable. What is to be done with her afterwards?
There are plenty of openings. We'll do what's right. Goodbye.
Oh. Men, men, men.
One month later. 1 bloody month later.
I say, Pig. Lock up, will we? You shan't going out again. Oh, can Mrs. Pierce go to bed? We shan't be needing any more of her, will we? Oh, Lord, no.
Oh, I say. Mrs. Pierce will row if she sees these things lying all over the drawing room.
Okay, throw them over the banister in the hallway. She'll see them in the morning. Put them away, all right. She'll think we were drunk.
We are slightly.
I didn't look. I wonder where my slippers are. Oh. What a night.
What a crew, what a silly tomfoolery.
Oh, goodness
Me, when the Duchess fell into the fountain.
Oh, and then the Duke tried to help her out.
And they both fell straight back in.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, they're there.
Well, I'm a bit tired. It's been quite a night. The dinner party, the garden party, and the opera. Rather too much of a good thing. Still, it's been a triumph for you, Higgins. Eliza did the trick and something to spare, eh?
Oh, thank God it's over.
Were you nervous at the garden party? I mean, I was, but Eliza didn't seem a bit nervous. Well, I might turn in. It's been quite the occasion. You've won your bet, Higgins. Good night.
Good night. And Eliza, turn off the light and tell Mrs. Pierce not to make coffee in the morning. I'll take tea.
I wonder where my slippers are.
They're there! There! And there! Take your slippers, and may you never have a day's luck with them!
What the devil? What's the matter? Get up. Get up. Anything wrong?
No, nothing wrong with you. But I won your bet for you, haven't I? What's to become of me? What's to become of me?
How am I supposed to know what's to become of you? What does it matter what becomes of you?
You don't care. I know you don't care.
The strain of the day is getting to you. Will you have some champagne?
No! Thank you.
This day's been coming on for quite some time. I suppose it's only natural that you feel anxious about the garden party, but it's all over now. You can do what you like.
What am I fit for? What have you left me fit for? Where am I to go? What am I to do?
You might marry. You're not bad looking, and when you're yourself and quite alright, you're what I should call attractive. What about your old idea of a florist shop? Pickering could set you up one. He's lots of money. I came in for something. What was it?
Your slippers.
Oh yes, You shied them at me.
Before you go, sir,
Eh?
do my clothes belong to me or Colonel Pickering? My clothes were burnt and I don't want to be accused of stealing. Please will you tell me what I may take away with me?
You may take the whole damned house full, if you like. Except for the jewels, those are hired. Will that satisfy you?
Wait. Take these to your bedroom and keep them safe. I don't want to run the risk of their being missing.
Hand them over. If these were mine, instead of the jeweller's, I would ram them down your ungrateful throat.
And this? You bought me this in Brighton. I don't want it now. Don't you hit me.
Hit you? You infamous creature! How dare you accuse me of such a thing? It is you who have hit me! You've wounded me to the heart!
Well, at least I got a little of my own back, anyhow.
Damn my own folly for lavishing my knowledge on a heartless gutter snipe. Mother, here's a confounded thing.
Yes, dear, good morning. What is it?
Her light is bolted.
You must have frightened her, Henry.
The girl has every right to leave if she chooses.
Young man is here to see you, sir.
A young man?
Alfred Doolittle.
Doolittle the dustman.
Oh no, sir. A gentleman. Alfred Doolittle!
See here? Do you see this? You've done this.
Don't what, man?
This. Look at this. Look at these clothes.
Good morning, Mr. Doolittle. Won't you sit
Oh.
down?
Beg pardon, Mum. I'm so full of what's happened to me, I can't think of anything else.
What the devil's happened to you?
This is something you've done to me, Avery Higgins.
Have you found Eliza? That's the point.
Have you lost her?
Yes!
You have all the luck, you have. No, I haven't found her. She'll find me quick enough.
But my dear Mr. Doolittle, what has my son done to you?
Done to me. Ruined me. Destroyed my happiness. Tied me up and delivered me into the hands of middle-class morality.
You're raving, you're drunk. You're mad. I gave you £5.
Drunk, am I? Mad, am I? Now, tell me, did you or did you not write a letter to an old blighter in America that was giving £5 million to form moral reform societies all over the world and wanted you to invent a universal language for them?
What? As would you want a fella? He's dead.
Yes, he's dead, and I'm done for. Now, did you or did you not write a letter to him say that the most original moralist at present in England, to the best of your knowledge, was Alfred Doolittle, a common dustman?
After your last visit, I remember making some silly joke of the kind.
Oh, you may call it a silly joke, but put the lid on me right enough. Oh, give him just the chance he wanted to prove that Americans is not like us, that they respect merit in every class of life, however humble. Now, thanks to your silly joking, he gives me $3,000 a year on condition that I lecture for him at his Moral Reform World League as many times as he asks, up to 6 times a year.
The devil he does. What a laugh!
And now I've got to learn to speak middle-class language from you rather than speaking proper English.
But my dear Mr. Doolittle, you need not suffer all this if you really are in earnest. But this solves the problem of Eliza's future. You have the means to provide for her now.
Yes, Mum.
Oh, no. I gave you £5 for the girl. You took that £5 and you have no right to take her as well.
Don't be so absurd, Henry. If you really want to know where Eliza is, she's upstairs.
Upstairs? Then I shall jolly soon go fetch her downstairs.
Be quiet, Henry. Sit down. Sit down, dear, and listen to me. She's become very attached to you both. She worked very hard for you, Henry. Well, it seems that when the great day of trial came, she did this wonderful thing for you, without making a single mistake. You two sat there, never said a word to her, but talked of how glad you were that the whole thing was over, how bored you were. And then, you were surprised when she threw your slippers at you.
All we said was that we were tired and wanted to go to bed. Didn't we, Pig?
Yes, that was all.
Quite sure?
Really, absolutely, that was all.
She didn't thank her, or pet her, or admire her, or tell her how splendid she'd been. I'm afraid she won't go back to Wimpole Street, but she says she is quite willing to meet on friendly terms and to let bygones be bygones.
Is she? By George, home!
If you're good, Henry, I shall ask her to come down. If not, go home. You have taken up quite enough of my time.
Very well. You better be on your best behaviour, Pig. Let us put on our best Sunday manners for this creature we picked out of the mud.
Now, Henry Higgins, have some respect for my feelings as a middle-class man.
Remember your promise, Henry. Mrs. Pierce! Mr. Dude, would you be so kind as to step out onto the balcony for a moment? I wouldn't want Eliza to have the shock of your news until she's made it up with these two gentle men. If you would, please.
As you wish, lady. Anything to help Henry keep her off my hands.
Mrs. Pierce, would you ask Miss Dewes to come down, please?
Yes, Mark.
Remember your promise, Henry.
Colonel Pickering, how do you do? Are you quite well? I should like you to call me Eliza now, if you would.
Thank you. Of course, Eliza.
And I should like Professor Higgins to call me Miss Doolittle.
I'll see you damned first.
Henry!
But you'll come back to Wimpole Street. You'll forgive Higgins.
Forgive? Let her go. Let her see how she does without us. She will relapse into the gutter in 3 weeks without me at her elbow.
He's incorrigible, Eliza. You going to relapse, will you?
I don't think I could utter an old one of those sounds, even if I tried.
Oh, victory, victory.
Can you blame the girl? Don't look at me like that, Eliza. It ain't my fault. I've come into money.
You must have touched a millionaire this time, Dad.
I have. But I'm dressed something special today. I'm off to St George's, Hanover Square. Your stepmother's going to marry me. Won't you come and see me turned off?
Be kind to them, Eliza. Make the best of it.
Well, I suppose I will. I'll be back in a moment.
May I come to your wedding, Mr. Doolittle? I should be very sorry to miss your day.
I should indeed be honoured by your condescension, ma'am.
I shall order the taxi and get ready. I shan't be more than 15 minutes. Eliza, I'm going to the church to see your father married. You better come with me, and Colonel Pickering can go on with the bridegroom.
Oh, bridegroom. What a word. Makes a man realise his position somehow.
Before I go, Eliza, do forgive Higgins and come back to us. Do stay with us, Eliza.
Well, Eliza, you've had some of your own back, as you'd like to call it. Have you had enough? And are you going to be reasonable, or do you want any more?
You want me back, only to pick up your slippers, put up with your tempers, fetch and carry for you.
I haven't said I wanted you back at all.
Oh, indeed. Then what are we talking about?
About you, not about me. If you come back, I shall treat you how I always have treated you. I can't change my nature, and I have no intent on changing my manner.
I don't mind how you treat me. I don't mind a black eye. I've had one before. But I won't be passed over. I can do without you, and don't think I can't.
I know you can. I told you you could.
I know you did, you brute. You wanted to get rid of me.
I suppose, Eliza, you never thought if I could do without you.
Don't you try to get round me. You'll have to do without me. I won't care for anybody that doesn't care for me. What did you do it for if you didn't care for me?
Because it was my job.
You never thought of the trouble it would make for me. What am I to come back for now?
For the fun of it. That's why I took you home.
I could go back to my flower basket, and I should be independent of you and father and all the world, but I'm a slave now for all my fine clothes. Freddie Eynsford Hill writes to me 2 and 3 times a day, sheets and sheets, and he does love me.
You have no right to encourage him.
Every girl has a right to be loved.
What by fools like that?
Freddie's not a fool, and if he's weak and poor and loves me, maybe he'd make me happier than my betters that bully me.
Can he make anything of you? That's the point.
Perhaps I can make something of him. But I never thought of making anything of one another. That's all you think about. I only want to be natural.
So in short, you want me to be as infatuated with you as Freddie? Is that it?
Oh, you are a cruel tyrant. You turn everything against me. But you know deep down that you're just a bully, and I will marry Freddie as soon as he's able to support me.
Nonsense! I will not have my masterpiece thrown away on the likes of Freddie.
I can teach. I'll go and be a teacher.
What in heaven's name did you teach?
What you taught me, I'll teach phonetics. I'll offer myself as an assistant to Professor Napine.
What? That imposter, that humbug, that toady ignoramus. You teach him my methods, my discoveries. You take one step in his direction and wring your neck. You hear?
Ring away. What do I care? I knew you'd strike me someday. Oh, when I thought of being insulted and trampled on by you. When all I had to do was lift up a finger to be as good as you, I could kick myself.
You damned impudent slut. But it's better than snivelling. Better than fetching slippers and finding spectacles. By George, Eliza. I said I would make a woman of you, and I have. I like you like this.
You turn around and make up to me, now that you know that I'm no longer afraid of you and can do without you.
Of course I do, you little fool! You and I in Pickering shall be 3 old bachelors together instead of 2 men and a silly girl.
Carriage is waiting, Eliza. Are you ready?
Quite. Is the professor coming?
Certainly not. Can't behave himself in church. He makes remarks out loud all the time on the clergyman's pronunciation.
Then I shall not see you again, Professor. Goodbye.
Bye, dear.
Goodbye, Mother. Eliza! Be sure to order a ham and Stilton cheese, and buy me a new pair of reindeer gloves, size 8s, and a tie to match the new suit of mine at Ealing Billings. You can choose what colour.
Buy them yourself.
I'm afraid you spoiled that girl. Never mind, I'll buy you the time books.
Don't bother, she'll buy them right enough.
Tell your friends we're going to be performing until Saturday. So yeah, please tell your friends.
Oh, be sure to give us a good review if you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Just like any review, that would be great.